Welcome to Bear Clooney Watches Studio. Pay-per-view fight tonight. In a left corner, Rolex Kermit and the first anniversary version of the Rolex Sub. In the right corner, Rolex Hulk and the newest version of Rolex Anniversary Sub. Both in green, both beautiful watches, both in demand. Rolex Kermit is actually exploding in value lately, and same goes for the Rolex Hulk. Both of these watches are loved by so many. So let's get ready to rumble! Okay, let's start. Earlier version, older version, Rolex Hulk. Beautiful watch, classic Rolex Sub with a classic Rolex regular dial. Watch separates from Rolex Sub only by the unique green bezel, and this is why you have to be careful if you're purchasing Rolex Kermit because of its value. It is well-known fact that many are using regular subs, replacing a regular bezel with a green bezel and achieving premium price on these watches. Make sure that your serial number matches the actual release of the Rolex Kermit. Make sure that you get your watch with a box and papers to ensure the actual genuine status of being a Rolex Kermit and not being a Franken option of the Rolex Kermit watch. Unique to this watch, besides the bezel, obviously is the fact that there is previous version with the flat 4, which is exploding in a value even further. What you're going to see on those, the number 4 on the 40 on the bezel being flat on the top, and the color of this bezel is slightly darker. Those watches are first generation of the Kermits, and they are so much in demand. If you have one, you hit the jackpot. Now, mind you, this version is just as in demand, and the value is exploding. So here we have a first contender, Rolex Kermit. The second contender, and I did the review of this watch on my channel, is the Rolex Hulk. A beautiful timepiece, also in demand and still in production. Not easy to get timepiece that is just gorgeous. The beautiful green dial is called green gold by Rolex people themselves. Now, let's fight. So, which one you prefer? Let's talk about things that might determine your decision. In the left corner on the Rolex Kermit, there are some uniqueness in the dial being black and having a contrast to green. Some people appreciate that. The fact that it's original sub-dial rather than MAXI dial on the Hulk. The other thing that might determine your decision is actually how do you feel about bracelets. Some people are not fans of the older version Rolex bracelet. They prefer the newer version for obvious reason. In my humble opinion, influenced by the fact that it is extremely good quality and I'm extreme Rolex fanboy. This is best bracelet on the market. But there is a charm in this bracelet, there is no question about it. Alright, let's talk further. Are you the fan of the regular dial or MAXI dial? Do you prefer ceramic, which is kind of more luxurious, more glistening, and maybe more kind of standing out, screaming more of I'm a luxury watch? Then some people also might comment, well, I'm not a fan of the ceramic bezel because yes, they don't scratch, but they shatter if they are dropped. Well, I don't want to test that and I don't want to confirm that, but there are concerns that some people express on that. Now, this is aluminum bezel on the Kermit. It is definitely more of a heritage look. Some people prefer that. It's also a slightly lighter, different green than the dark green on the right side. The other thing that you will notice is that some people will prefer MAXI dial, which is kind of the fact of legibility, and some people prefer classic dial because they are more of the classic look fans. The other thing that might determine your decision are the lugs. Not everyone is fan of these larger lugs on the newer version, Rolex subs on the ceramic versions, which give the appearance exactly of this size versus this size. So even though both watches are 40 millimeter in diameter, they appear much different in their size, as the Rolex Hulk has to look kind of more beefy, larger, not by actual diameter, by appearance. These thin lugs and the regular dials certainly contribute to more subtle, more classic look of the Kermit versus Hulk. In my experience, in different forums, in Facebook groups, among my friends, the decision is kind of split. And it truly, you will find that there are people preferring Kermit and there are people preferring the Hulk. I personally find Hulk to be technologically more advanced, technologically definitely more superior watch, from its materials, from its bracelet. Now, movement-wise, I'm not going to say that one or the other I prefer. Both movements are dependable, accurate, and workhorse movements produced by always reliable and strong Rolex brand. So I don't think that's a factor that will sway any decisions left or right. Now, I now like to leave this to you my viewers. Let's determine by your comments, by your votes, by your decision, which one do you prefer? The Kermit on the left, the Hulk on the right. And I would love to hear your reasons for it. Tell me what is it that speaks to you? What makes one version preferable over the other? I'd love to get a better understanding on it. Personally, I love both of these watches. They both have their advantages and beauty in them that someone like me appreciates. So I am not going to tell you which one is my favorite at this point. So please reply, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Support me, please. And if you like this duo, don't forget to click on like. All the best to all of you, my friends.